I've been stuck here for 117 days. I can't see the end of the frost. My only hope is the last bonfire still lit. Greetings and welcome back to yet another episode of Dark Souls 3. And I was being a bit dramatic. It was actually only like 5 minutes since the recording of last episode. I did say we're gonna explore a bit, so sorry castle, I'm gonna visit you a little bit later. The princess can wait just a tiny bit longer. First I wanna go into this crevice here, or whatever this might be, like maybe a cave. I'm down for caves, even though they do kinda spook me out in general. Is there a way to actually progress? No, so apparently you have to enter this from some other location. It just kinda connects back. I can respect that. So let's go in the direction of the big wolf. The only thing I'm kind of afraid of here is the fact that I have already triggered every enemy and I'm just gonna be running through... Oh, this was the praise the hole. Okay, I get it. And I'll kind of be running through a gajillion wolves, so maybe it would have been a better idea to just teleport to the other side. But then again, I hope the wolves won't mind. Sorry guys, just passing through. I know this is your territory and all of that, and I would hate to intrude. But just keep in mind I have managed to kill you twice all already. I even killed your alpha omega boss or whatever. So I would appreciate if you guys just kind of let me pass through. There's just so many. Maybe there's something up there I haven't checked in the first place. Oh, there definitely is something up here. There's even more enemies. So I know this is... I feel like I'm in too deep to actually do anything practical at this point. Oh god, I've actually accrued so many enemies on my fly's butt. Let's just despawn, thank you. That's one way to get rid of your competition, just rest of the bonfire. Now you might say, why didn't you just teleport here? And if I just teleported, then we wouldn't get this awesome chase scene. And I feel like every action movie needs a chase scene, and maybe this is not an action movie, but it's definitely actiony enough that I think it deserves its own space scene. Oh god, I mean chase scene, not space scene. I mean, if you get a space scene, I'm not gonna be upset either, because I think space scenes in general are kind of good. But oh, what am I even saying? I'm glad it happened because I think it was a nice comedic relief. Not to say that. Wow. Okay, so where the hell did you come from? Don't those guys just spit flames? Or spitfire as they call them nowadays. And by spitfire I don't mean that they're rappers, or not at least aspiring rappers of some sort, but that they're actually literally spitting fire. So weren't there less of them before? I swear there were like only 5 I had to kill before I got to that point, but I guess not. So the javelin guy needs to go first. Get the ranged enemies first and then the other ones. Dodge. Okay, this is a very bad performance, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I'm so upset, I'm just gonna reset. I got hit so many times, I feel like... Not that it's a bad idea to progress, but I have so little Estus Flask at this point. I feel like I need to just... Look, let's just try again. Let's just go, take it from the start. Go from the beginning, back to square one. What are other sayings that might be fitting in this situation? If you think of any, let me know. Just leave them down in the comments before. But I definitely think we need to try again. Like, first the shield guy. I think maybe the shield guy taking them out first is gonna be beneficial to me because they are so annoying. See, this just makes me upset. Okay. This is... yeah, I mean... The fact that I managed to make it through like 5 times already without any problems, like I lured 4 of them at once, and now I can't take 2 at the same time. It just... I think it's definitely a good indication, or at least a good reminder of the game telling you, hey, don't get too feisty. You're not as good as you think you are, and you know, fair game, I say. Just die, thank you. Oh, there's this guy. I'll dodge behind you, and now I'll destroy you. You're next on the destruction list. I'll just backstab you. I don't really... That's a back chop of some sorts. I think it's more of a back chop than a backstab, but I'll take it. It deals a lot of damage. Nice dodge. There we go. See, that was much easier than before. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Again, the snow has managed to reset itself. Let's just think of how hard that can... Just the logistics of putting that snow back up every time you respawn is just ridiculous. I don't know why that snow doesn't stay respawned. I mean, doesn't stay collapsed. I feel like that would make much more sense. Are you really... Can you not call the other wolves, please? Fine, fine. Oh my god. The echoing woos is actually really... It's really nice to hear. It makes me feel like I'm in nature. Okay, guys. I feel like this is getting a bit ridiculous. Oh, well, my axe has enough damage for all of you. I'm not really sure I can survive this, I won't lie to you. I've never been hunted by wolves, but I feel like this is a good... I feel like this is a good simulation of how that experience might feel. Except, obviously, there's less at stakes here because I can respawn, but in real life I don't think I can respawn. Then again, I wouldn't know because I don't think I've managed to die yet. I don't really want to take that chance. Maybe one thing that's better when there's more of them, it's much easier to hit them because there's always something in any general direction you're trying to swing at. You're the only one left, buddy. Snoopy, this is your time to shine. Did I just call a wolf Snoopy? Yes, I did. I think wolves deserve names. I always like to name my victims before I murder them violently with an axe to the head. Okay, that was that went better than expected. Really, only 4 Estus Flasks. I have 9. That's all great. I feel like in Dark Souls 3 I do tend to rely on Estus Flask a lot more than in the previous games. Like, I don't mind getting hit because the bonfires tend to be relatively close together, so I know I don't have to perfect it. And I think I'm just in general a bit more aggressive, which I think is something that's the developers intended. I think that they intended for you just to be a bit more ham and just really kind of start swinging at enemies the fastest you can. And of course, if you're going to be a little bit more aggressive, especially if you're not used to it, you're naturally going to get a bit more hit. So because you get more hit, I think it makes sense for them to give you more Estus Flasks, which actually heal for more. And not only that, they give you more bonfires where you can actually recharge those Estus Flasks. So I feel like all of that just kind of ties into the design. It's not just a way to make the game easier, it's just to make the game a bit more interactive, a bit more fun, and just to kind of streamline the experience. I guess that's a good way to put it. I know a lot of people did say that Dark Souls 3... Yikes. Oh, gosh. They'd say that Dark Souls 3 feels a bit easier in some sense, and that rolling has too much power. Like, you can just roll and just spam R1 and you'll manage to kill the enemies, which is not entirely incorrect, but I think it's a gross over-exaggeration. I'm kind of scared because the other guys are coming in my direction as well, and I was just kind of waiting for them to come, so I didn't want to go and dodge behind them because I figured they might spot me. Okay, so that was definitely a bit spooky. I feel like this is like an extra area of some sort because it seems like it's a little bit difficult. So I'll just come back to the big burly guy and we'll go from there. Oh golly gee, there's more of them and all of them have a pet with them. So instead of going in that direction and provoking them, I think I should just go in the upper direction and not provoke them. That was extremely rude, my sir. And I hope you don't inform the others that I'm here to destroy you. And maybe they won't notice me. Someone noticed me. Maybe not. Oh gosh. Well, this guy noticed me. This is a very small area. Oh, I can backstab them. Why didn't you say so, game? It's gonna make them, I think, a little bit easier because they tend to be very easy to get around. Like, they're... So when they're in their wind-up animation, I actually can't stun lock them. I think that's what got me before, because I recall hitting them and then they getting stun locked. But then in the second fight, I hit them, but they didn't. So I was like, what the hell is up with that? The guy was actually shooting at me with a bow. I didn't expect him to come down to actually fight me. But it makes sense. He's just protecting his abandoned tower of some sort. It's like a watchtower. Watchtowers in general, I just adore them. Like, I don't know why, but the idea of watchtowers is just... Oh, maybe it was this guy. The idea of watchtowers is just great to me. Can I kick him down? Let's go! Like, that was nice. So what you're saying is that there's nothing... Oh, there's more. I see stairs. When I see stairs, I get excited. Because stairs means you can ascend, and ascending is generally a good thing. In life, If I miss this jump, I'm gonna end up dying. So let's first go here, and then maybe try to make that jump. Okay. There's more. Okay, let's go up. Like I said, ascending is usually a good thing. Like Bitcoin prices going up, that's good. You going up the stairs is good because that means you're gonna get to your destination, whatever that might be. Maybe we can drop down here to get to the other soul, maybe not. Captain's Ashes. What does this do? This feels like it's gonna be something that's gonna play a pivotal role in Shrine Handmaid will... Oh, it's the ashes for the lady who sells stuff. The merchant. Oh, that's cool, Yeah, this is much easier than trying to jump. And much less dangerous. So I'm very glad I actually got up there. The battle axe. I hear an axe. And, I mean, a battle axe is, I would say, a bit too refined for me. I'm much more of a barbar type myself. Maybe that's not the right word. I know that's a word in Slovenian, but maybe not in English. Like a bandit type axe. That's what I'm doing. Like, I look like a bandit. I look like a mercenary who just got here to wreck people. And I want to keep that look. I really dig it. I never usually... Oh, there's more of them. I mean, there's the crystal lizard. I'm sorry. Did anybody order crystal lizard meat? Because that's what's on the menu today, boys. There's more? Right, fine. I really like the ring that restores my health gradually, especially in the cases where I heal, but like just a little bit of my health is missing. Especially when I'm just kind of exploring, that health is ticking up slowly. It helps me kind of feel at bay, especially because I also have the other ring, which increases my strength when I have full HP, so that's really useful. I know I got 2 more rings, and I should check what they do. Let's buff. Let's fight the big wolf. The big wolf wasn't too bad the first time, so I don't expect him to be too much trouble this time around. I expect if he calls 5 of his little companions. Okay, so... Thanks for... The snow has collapsed beneath my feet. Look, at some point you have to know when to pick your battles, right? 5 wolves and another small wolf at the same time is just not what I would consider. It was not a favorable position for me to fight in, right? I need a better vantage point. Destroying them here is favorable, especially if the animation of them falling down is funny. I think that's a good way to put it. I did miss the item I wanted to pick up on my way back here. Oh well. I did say I was going to explore, but it's probably something that I won't use. I think there's a very high chance of that being an item that just won't be useful to me. And if it's not, then well, the joke's on me, isn't it? Okay, so first let's check the rings. I know I got to the skull ring, and I think ring of favor and protection. And let's just see what they do. And maybe one of them is gonna do something. So raise and poison bleed. I don't think this is very useful. So let's maybe replace this one. The skull ring, ring of favor, increases HP, stamina, and maximum equip load. Well, this seems like a very good ring, so I'm probably gonna equip that. Pontiff? No. So where's the skull ring? Maybe the one that has a skull on it? This one. Easier to be detected by enemies. Well, this just seems... Oh, it's not bad, because you can lure enemies, I think, a little bit easier from higher distance. That could be good. Okay, let's try this one. Increases HP, stamina, and equip load. I think that's just amazing, isn't it? I know that in the first game, I think if I had this ring... Do I have a fast roll? I don't think so. I know in the first game, if I equipped it and then took it off, it broke, so I hope it doesn't do the same thing here. But then again, I don't think I intend on... It's creaking. I don't intend on changing it. Let's just go slow through the bridge, just to make it a little bit more dramatic. Is that too slow? Maybe. What if it breaks? It won't be the first time, I suppose. This hanging bridges always scared me. I know that I don't think... I think I took one in my entire life, and going through it definitely didn't do me any favors, at least not to my anxiety. I think they tend to be safer than regular bridges. I think I've read that somewhere. No, not regular bridges, like the construction bridges that you see on like, I don't know, the San Francisco bridge. Like the concrete bridges that were built by professionals and engineers. Yeah, those are really good, right? Those are gonna support a lot of your weight. They support cars every day. But I mean, if we're gonna have a hanging bridge, as opposed to a bridge which is just like a stationary plank in some sort, which is like just a straight bridge from one point to another over like a crevice or whatever, the hanging bridges I think tend to be safer, which is very counterintuitive, but you know, maybe that there's some physical sense there, or maybe I'm just misremembering. Let's talk to this guy who's just standing here.
Well, well. You're Lady Uria's Lord of Hollows. No bell tolls, and yet you've slipped into the painting. Oh, no matter. If you've lost your way, the words of Lady Frida will guide you. Now, go on inside, show respect, and listen carefully.
Lady Frida sounds like someone we'll kill later on. This is just a hunch. Maybe I've heard it before and my subconscious is remembering it, but this feels like someone who's gonna be destroyed. Nice castle. I enjoyed the bonfire there. I am very glad to see it. Oh, there's the Lady Frida. Let's talk to her as well. So, do you have any tips for me? Maybe items, souls, levels, rare candies, maybe? Just regular candies. Phantom retired ahead. Friendship ahead, okay.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel. I am Frida. I have long stood beside our blessed father and the rest of the forlorn. But forlorn thou seemeth not, Lord of Hollows. I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world, but thy duty is all, and thy duty lieth elsewhere. Return from whence thou camest. I presume it visible to thee? The bonfire here in this room. A meek and faded thing, but 'twill guide thee nonetheless. Ah yes, there is a thing thou shouldst by rights possess. A remembrance of this cold world for the great Lord of Londor. May it help thee bear thy duty. Now, return from whence thou camest. Thou'st a place in that world, and that alone is cause to rejoice. Now, thou'st...
I like how she said in the first place, I don't know what missteps you took to come here, when it was actually just a guy teleporting me here against my will, so trust me, it was not my choice to actually come here. Not, at least not intentionally. I mean, eventually I would have come here because it's part of the game, but if we're role-playing and I imagine it from the perspective of the person I am in the game, I didn't really want to come here. But she said I need to travel back to where I'm supposed to go. And I just want to kind of take her for her word, but at the same time I feel like a rebel, so I'm sorry, I'm going to take this ladder instead. Do you think she's going to be upset? I think she's going to be upset. But then again, we're the chosen undead. That's our job. We make people upset, either by destroying them, their families, or just by disobeying them. So we are in a painting. That's extremely good to know. Can I break this? It just seemed breakable. So was she serious when she said go back to your world? Or is maybe there a new teleportation option I can actually choose? I am a bit confused. I'm sorry to be breaking all of your stuff. Actually, scratch that. I'm not sorry. Oh, this is unbreakable. The little ladder is of significance. I want to know why this ladder is unbreakable. Maybe this ladder is the original ladder that allowed Gwyn to step into the highest position in all of Lord. I'm not sure. She did say Londor, right? That isn't Londor from like the Lord of the Rings. Maybe I'm again misremembering something. What? Fuck your table. Okay, let's listen to her. And she says, "Go from where you came." And is that either the bridge cave or is it maybe the lottery cat? No, wait. Where was that guy? Which I need to. Oh, it was a cleansing champ. Okay, so I know he teleported from here, and then she's like, "Go back from where you came." So maybe this is the right destination. So let's try teleporting to where I came from. Unless she means go back to your mother's womb, which I think might be a much harder endeavor because that's originally where I came from, right? But I don't know. Okay, so she seems to have tricked me. Let's teleport back to her and see what she's actually up to. Maybe this was like just to trigger something. I'm not really sure. Ariandel Chapelle. That's not the right word for that. Maybe it's French, but it's chapel. It's not chapelle. Chapel is just like a little church, like a small church. I think that's what it is. So if this doesn't work, I think I'm gonna have to check where I'm actually supposed to go or just kind of wander around until I find something. So I went back from where I came and I came back here. So
troubles thee to linger yet? Thy duty is all, and thy duty lieth elsewhere. Return from whence, for that is thy...
Yeah, I get it. She's really trying to just send me off into and feed me to the wolves. Oh, there's a door here. Maybe we can utilize that. No. Okay. So explore a bit, maybe do a little bit of googling, and then I say where I actually have to go. This does confuse me. Maybe
Lady
this guy
Frida
has
has
something.
spoken, has she not? Then tarry no longer and be gone. Carry on. For Lady Uria and for Londor.
If I actually knew what my task or mission was, that would be extremely useful and helpful. It's like, they're just telling me to go away. I came here, I fought all of these wolves, I basically helped you guys in terms of like your infestation problem, and yet you're shunning me away to go away from here? That's just extremely rude, I feel like. Oh, I see another ladder there. Maybe that's where I need to go. Let's take the ladder. This is exploration with Yufu. There's another ladder there. Fine, let's take all the ladders. I did say ascending is usually a good thing, but descending is basically just backwards ascending, right? So I don't think it's that much worse. Can you descend? Thank you. Is there something here? Because it feels like you can jump down. Maybe it's just there so you don't actually have to take the ladder. Maybe some people really don't like ladders and they give them an option to not take them if they don't want to. Which I think is a very nice thing to do from the developers. Is there a thing such as... I'm sure people are afraid of ladders. That's definitely a phobia. If not for any other reason, you have the superstitious reason that if you walk beneath a ladder, you're gonna get like 7 years of bad luck. Which might be or might not be true. I've walked to many ladders in my life, like beneath many ladders, and I am generally unlucky, so maybe it stacks, so I'm not sure. Let there be rolling. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the other direction first. This particular area is very branched, I feel like. You have to go in very extreme directions in order to go back to where you actually want to go, but it kind of rolls around on itself in the end, so maybe it's a good thing. I know there's another giant ladder there, so I'm gonna take that first. I did say ladders are good, didn't I? Oh, the flies. I'm not really afraid of flies. Imagine being afraid of flies. Is that a phobia that exists? I'm sure it exists. If not in any other form, then it's like in the form of being afraid of insects. And, you know, flies are insects. So if you're afraid of insects, I think that might be. I swear there was a ladder here. Like, if I'm imagining it from the perspective of the bridge. Maybe not. There's this one ladder, and I'm sure there was another one. Let me just... I can't seem to angle my camera in a way that would allow me to see. Yeah, but there's more things there. I see the blood stains, but I think that's on the other side. There's one ladder. I think there was another one. Maybe I get that the other one in some other way. Oh well. Or maybe I missed it, which is, I think, a very typical for this playthrough, so let's just keep rolling with it. Prepare for rolling. Time for jumping off. Let's go. Oh, nice. There we go. That was fun. I didn't know that the Chosen Undead was so good at sliding, or like... There's a word for going down the snow, which again I cannot recollect because apparently English is too hard of a language. Snow sliding? Snow skiing? No, it's not skiing. It's definitely not skiing. Snowboarding? No, snowboarding definitely not. Snow something. And I didn't know Chosen Undead was so good at snow something. Again, I can jump off or I can explore this area a bit. And apparently leads me to the same place. And what the hell are the little alligators in there? Crocodiles? Alligators? Caimans? One of those. A lizard with big teeth. I really like the icicles. The effect in general of icicles is exciting. Maybe exciting is not the right word, but it's definitely pretty looking. Again, I'm all kinds of slightly confused because they did shun me away and I'm still here, but I went just in the other direction where I saw the ladder. Which is maybe the intention, right? Because if we're going in the direction to the castle... I swear this thing was moving before. Oh. That didn't even look like a thing to me, like it was alive. It looks like a bird of some sort. It's like a very disfigured bird. And just don't call Mama, right? That should have hit you, I think. They are extremely disfigured and creepy, and I kind of love their design, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, there's the Mama. Oh, it's just a spider. Are those your children? That was very cruel of me. I killed her children first and I killed her as well. Yikes. Okay, this is legitimately just me abusing them. Well, at least when you're fighting other enemies, they're putting up a fight, they're just sitting there. Oh well, you know, sometimes you need a confidence booster. You know that if I didn't kill them, they would come back to haunt me at some point in the future. The bloody river is usually a sign of something. Good things, bad things, I'm not even really sure, but it's a sign of something. Bad things, apparently. And this guy looks like his movement will be out of this world. Excuse me, Wolverine? You know what, you may flay your knives or nails all day long. Yikes. You know what, just get wrecked. You may flay your nails all day long, but when you're faced with a real adversity, someone who holds the great axe, you really can't do much. And before you say, oh, the great axe, what makes it so great? Well, it's literally in the name, it's called the great axe. More ladders. I'm excited to see ladders because that either means we're going back to where I was before or we're going to a new location. And if you go back to where we were before, that means that I don't have to deal with the little spider thingies again. But if we're going to a new location, that also means we're progressing, where there are more enemies we can kill. And when you see new enemies in a game, some people, like in real life, if you saw enemies, you would generally be upset.
Oh, well, there is nothing forlorn about you. You must be the other Ash, I suppose. Oh, finally, you have come. Oh, wondrous Ash, grant us our wish. Make the tales true, and burn this world away. My lady must see flame, and you have only to show her. You are Ash, are you not? Is it not fire that you seek?
So does he want us to burn this whole place down? I can understand because it's relatively cold, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I am Ash he's speaking of.
Surely you have seen the rot that afflicts our world. But that which fooled the good father and buried the flame after we had all made up our minds too. So, please, grant us one wish. Make the tales true, my lady. Oh, I am so terribly frightened of timidly like those. Oh, I like.
Alright, so I get it. He's upset, he's a bit depressed, and I think, honestly, my friend, if I'm gonna burn the world away, that's not gonna solve all your problems. You need therapy and you need someone to talk to, maybe someone to give you a hug. Now, I would say go hug one of your many children which were outside, but sadly I managed to destroy them all, so that's gonna be a bit tough, but still go see a therapist. I think that might be helpful. I assume the screams of your dying children are not really helping the situation at all, right? Let's maybe ignore that for a moment. I am a vile creature, aren't I? Oh well. It's just the world we live in, really. There's another bonfire here. Okay, I think that's gonna be a good way, not a good way, but a good place to stop it. This episode was filled with just murder, really. Maybe that's gonna be the title of the episode, murder. Something they tried to murder us down there in the bloody creek, but I don't know. It was very unsuccessful, as many things have in the past. Illusory wall ahead. Are you lying to me? It's lying to me, isn't it? Why can't it ever be true? Like, why are these tips never helpful? You liar. You filthy goddamn liar. Okay, fine. We're gonna stop the episode here. With all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I hope to see you next time.